93. 5 o'clock is here, and we've officially have Hurricane Gabrielle. 75-mile-an-hour winds. The headline is that Gabrielle not only strengthening into a hurricane, but also set to rapidly intensify in the next 24 hours and could very well become a major hurricane by tomorrow night. So we're going to dive into Gabrielle in just a moment, just giving you the latest up to date, but also too brand new at the top of the hour. We check off a name in the Eastern Pacific. Narda officially joining the party. Tropical storm, 40-mile-an-hour winds. It sits off the coast of Mexico, just south of Acapulco, pushing up to the northwest around 10 miles an hour. Narda is going to continue to intensify, but move away from the coast of Mexico out into those open waters, continuing to strengthen as we go throughout the week. So we'll continue to keep our eyes on this storm. If any of that tropical moisture could get lifted up into our weather pattern, but for now, this thing moving due west shouldn't be a concern in the near term. So Narda checking off a name yet again in the Eastern Pacific as we continue to stay active. Let's get back to Gabrielle. So here we are, Hurricane Gabrielle. It's been on this northwesterly trajectory over the last couple of days. It is eventually forecast to turn north and then northeast, but we're probably not going to see that happen until late tomorrow into Tuesday. But on satellite, you know, we're kind of getting into the time of the day where we're going to lose the sun, so we're going to lose this picture, but still fending off some dry air. You take a look at our mid-level atmospheric moisture, and you can see some of the dry air entrainment just off to the west and the south of that circulation, still fending it off with ample thunderstorm development. There's still a good amount of moisture out here, so healthy. Absolutely. We have this upper level low parked off to the southwest, and the suspicion is you can see this dry air, right? And I think some of this is getting worked up into that circulation, and then that's probably going to keep things a little less conducive on the west side. Big picture, tracking our hostile winds. So you look at this and you see all those bright colors. Initially, it's like, oh, we have hostile winds. It's a touch misleading. What we actually are looking at here is the outflow from Hurricane Gabrielle. And so you can see these stronger winds indicative of the outflow of those winds, not only from the storm, but around the subtropical high. And so Gabrielle is actually sitting in an environment that is very conducive for strengthening. Lower wind shear, very warm waters. Look at these water temperatures, mid-80s, and that's going to continue to warm over the next 24 hours as we go through tonight and into the day on Monday, which is why the National Hurricane Center, point blank in their discussion, say they have no reason not to forecast rapid intensification. So look at this. As we go through tonight into tomorrow over the next 24 hours, sitting in a low shear, warm water temperature environment, we're expecting to go from right now 75-mile-an-hour hurricane to potentially a major by Monday night. Look at this. Tuesday morning, 115-mile-per-hour winds. We're talking a Cat 3 hurricane as it moves east of Bermuda. Now, Bermuda's been staring down this forecast closely, and because there was some question on the intensity, you know, obviously a more intense storm is going to put more energy out into the ocean. So I think for Bermuda, still not expecting any direct impact from Gabrielle, but we can certainly expect larger swells, that dangerous surf and rip current risk to continue into the start of the week. Now, after Tuesday, this conducive environment that Gabrielle is strengthening in isn't going to last. You can see here by Tuesday afternoon, and then certainly by Wednesday through the rest of this week, it's just steady weakening. And that's because Gabrielle does move into an environment that is highly sheared, and dry air certainly starts to win out and take over. And so the structure of Gabrielle, the intensity of Gabrielle is not going to look anything like it will in the next 24 hours by the time we make it towards the middle and later half of this week. But Gabrielle is going to be moving pretty quickly across the North Atlantic at some point and is still forecast to head up towards the Azores by about Friday.